Have you ever had your sonogram technician ask why your baby has a briefcase? The 20-week ultrasound was supposed to be routine. Find out the gender, check the development, maybe get a cute profile shot for the baby book. I was lying there with gel on my belly while Terry, the technician, moved the wand around, making small talk about the weather. Then she stopped talking. The wand froze in place. Her face went through about 6 different expressions before landing on complete bewilderment. Dr. Hoffman? She called out, never taking her eyes off the screen. Could you come look at this? My heart rate spiked. Is something wrong with the baby? The baby's fine, Terry said slowly. It's just holding something. Dr. Hoffman rushed in, looked at the screen, blinked hard, and looked again. Is that? It appears to be a briefcase, Terry said. A very small, perfectly formed briefcase. I pushed myself up on my elbows. I'm sorry, what? They turned the monitor toward me. There was my baby, clear as day, tiny fingers wrapped around what absolutely looked like a miniature leather briefcase, complete with visible clasps and handle. This is impossible, Dr. Hoffman muttered, adjusting the machine settings. It must be a shadow or artifact, but it wasn't. From every angle, in both 2D and 3D imaging, my unborn child was clutching what appeared to be a roughly inch-long briefcase, and they wouldn't let go. Every time the baby moved, the briefcase moved with them, held tight against their tiny body. Has anything unusual happened during your pregnancy? Dr. Hoffman asked. Any exposure to unusual materials, radiation, experimental treatments? I thought back through the past 5 months. Normal pregnancy stuff mostly, except, well, there was that weird thing at the law firm. Both medical professionals turned to stare at me. I'm a paralegal, I explained. About 3 months ago, we were cleaning out the old partner's storage room. There was this tiny briefcase, like a salesman's sample or dollhouse furniture. When I picked it up, it shocked me, like static but stronger. I dropped it and it vanished. We figured it fell into the vent. Dr. Hoffman was taking notes frantically. And you were pregnant at the time? About 8 weeks along. What followed was a parade of specialists, physicists, and even a dollhouse historian who confirmed that yes, miniature briefcases were made as samples in the 1950s. But no, they shouldn't be able to teleport into wombs. The briefcase became clearer with each ultrasound. By week 30, we could see embossed initials, JTP. My husband and I didn't know anyone with those initials. The baby, who we learned was a girl, never let go. She'd suck her thumb with one hand while clutching the briefcase with the other. Scientists came from everywhere. They had theories about quantum entanglement, dimensional rifts, and electromagnetic anomalies. One suggested the briefcase contained compressed matter from another universe. Another thought it might be a genetic mutation that made organic tissue mimic leather. Labor was complicated. The doctors were terrified the briefcase would cause complications, but my daughter emerged perfectly healthy, screaming, and still holding that tiny briefcase. The moment she was born, it became solid, real, and exactly as impossible as it had looked on the ultrasound. The NICU team tried to take it for testing. My daughter's grip was unnaturally strong. When they finally pried her fingers open, she screamed so horribly that windows cracked. They gave it back immediately. We named her Judith, and she's 3 now. The briefcase has grown with her, always proportional to her size. She takes it everywhere, to daycare, to the playground, to bed. When asked what's inside, she says, my work, but won't elaborate. Last week, she set up an office in her playroom. I watched her open the briefcase for the first time ever. Inside were papers covered in symbols I didn't recognize, in languages that might not exist. She shuffled through them seriously, made some marks with a crayon, and closed it again. Important meeting tomorrow, she told me solemnly. I asked what kind of meeting. She looked at me with those serious 3-year-old eyes and said, acquisition. The other parents at daycare think it's adorable that she carries a briefcase instead of a teddy bear. They don't know it literally came from inside me. They don't know she sometimes speaks into it like a phone, having conversations in what sounds like corporate buzzword salad mixed with an unknown dialect. Next week, she starts preschool. The briefcase is listed on her enrollment forms under comfort object. I wonder what her teachers will think when she starts submitting reports none of us can read.